Hey guys, it's Corey again. Today we're going to continue on through this presentation from Imagine AI Live, where Adam Brotman and Andy Sack talk on AI enterprise strategies. Generally, I would say the message is there are lots of new AI things out there, and it's changing quickly, and it is really evident in the way that they are the way that they're publishing their book, their Harvard Business Review book that they're doing, and the other things that they're working on, as well as their urgency for completing some of the work that they're doing, just because it's moving so fast. So anyway, let's take a look and see what this guy over here, Andy Sack, has to say.
Just for reference, the Bill Gates chapter, for those of you who don't know, Alto, it was with Bell Labs, Palo Alto. When Bill described it to us, he talked about how that meeting basically laid the foundation for what ultimately became Windows and Office. The next for an entire decade of Microsoft strategy, and he compared the moment of seeing ChatGPT 4 with that moment, and he wondered out loud if it wasn't even more significant in his mind. Just to give you a sense, like hearing that from him, the founder of the PC era, was astounding. I mean, it was an amazing moment for both of us, and gives you a sense. I mean, talking to Sam, whether the second chapter, the chapter that Adam didn't mention was with Reid Hoffman. So we've actually had three amazing interviews with incredible thought leaders in AI. And I think the technical term that they all talk about is they all, in one way or another, refer to a holy shit moment. And this is our slide here. The immediate future will not be recognizable. Like, we could have called the book The Holy Shit Moment. So ChatGPT 5 is going to come out this summer. And I don't know if it's June or July, and we've been told that it's twice as good as ChatGPT 4. And Adam and I have spent like the last 2 weeks talking about, what does it mean to be twice as good as ChatGPT 4? Like, as a human being, like we talk about, like, okay, you got Michael Jordan. Maybe you don't have Michael Jordan. Maybe you have Scottie Pippen. What does it mean to be twice as good as Scottie Pippen? I mean, Scottie Pippen was a great basketball player. Like, Victor Wembanyama is not twice as good as Scottie Pippen. Twice as good as ChatGPT 4? Like, it's just impossible to get your mind around.
And by the way, just can I add one thing? We don't know that ChatGPT 5 is coming out this summer and it's going to be twice as good, but we've been studying and reading and talking to as many people, just trying to triangulate, and it's pretty clear. And Sam Altman talked to Lex Friedman about the fact that, like, something's going to happen this summer, whether it's called ChatGPT 5 or not, and that's the next chapter in our book, is like how fast this is moving.
All right, so you see our relationship right there. Like, he's the corporate guy that goes, oh, be careful, you just said something that could be attributed to us.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, ChatGPT, you can take
right.
June 15th, ChatGPT 5.
He said it.
So with this holy shit moment, we have a company called Forum 3, and we've had the pleasure of working with Tishman Speyer. A lot of people ask, given the rate of acceleration of AI, two career technologists experienced at Starbucks and Microsoft, we can't get our brains around it. What do you do, right? Like, and we kind of don't really know what to do, but we're engaging deeply on a journey to try and figure it out. And so along the way, we got approached by Tishman Speyer. Tishman Speyer is a multi-billion-dollar real estate company. Well, I think they're in like 30 countries. They also happen to own Rockefeller Center. And the CMO of Tishman Speyer approached us and was like, look, I've been using ChatGPT, and I think this thing could really help my business and my marketing department. Can you help me? And so we've just come off of now working with her for 6 weeks, and given our experience, we basically did a digital transformation and basic exercise, which included training. We started with a training group of 6 people. We trained her. We put in an AI policy. And she has this whole vision of basically taking the brand guidelines, the creative brand guidelines, and uploading them so that she can create faster photo quality art, reduce her agency spend. The team that we trained, they write briefs almost every week, sometimes twice a week. All those briefs now are done in collaboration with AI. And so really their whole workflow has started to change in 6 weeks using AI. They're actually using our product called Spock. And I tell you that story, ultimately she has a vision. She'll be featured in our next chapter. She has a vision of actually using AI to totally market. I mean, Rockefeller, this photo here, the observation deck at Rockefeller Center, that's an iconic photo. And she basically wants to use AI in all aspects of reimagining that marketing effort. And so we're working with them on that. I tell you that story as an illustration, really, of just one of the many companies that we're working with, that to really just help them go through 5 steps. It's not like there's any one step that's right, but it's like you need education and training. You probably need an internal leader or a council or both to help on a digital transformation. And you need a small pilot. You start small. Don't try and do it all at once. Start small, prove it out to yourself, prove the ROI and the productivity increase, and then land and expand it within the organization. And ultimately, I think with AI, given the nature of the technology, you've really got to, the workflows are going to change materially. And we're already starting to see that. One example from another company, another person that talked about how he, when people were all raising our hands about how often do you use it, he was saying that he prefers to go to AI first with every idea before talking to a human because it helps him get clearer on what he wants. And we've now started.
So that's very, very interesting, is AI first. So one of the things I have done is I have changed kind of my landing page, homepage, I guess, to be, what is it? It's Bing, it's Copilot. So that gets some GPT-4, and that allows me to at least have that tool there so that I can ask it and ask questions of AI as well as do searches. The search is a little different in Bing, but it's helped. I've really gone kind of AI first on that type of on that aspect for sure. And I think that's just a small thing, but there are lots of ways that you should probably be starting to approach things as an AI first effort. So let's continue on with this.
Hear this enough times in different ways. Like, before going to your agency, I'm going to write and ideate about what it is that I'm looking for so that I can go to the agency and go, this is exactly the kind of thing that I want. And here's images. And by the way, here's a short video. This should get you on your path. And that process, that changes the communication layer between client and agency. Just one of the many ways I think that humans and technology, I liken it a lot to driving your electric car or your Tesla. And, Elon's been selling auto drive for a long time. I'm still I've let it go, but I keep my eye on the road. And 2 years ago, definitely it was not like, so there's the same process of human interacting with technology with AI. Tesla is an AI company after all. Having an AI use policy, prepare and launch AI pilots, and I actually think that because of the speed of technology, and really because the future is so unrecognizable, actually spending time at the executive level trying to talk about where this might go both as a technology and for your company. Because I got to tell you, the nature of business is completely changing. Like differentiation, competitive moats. When I say there's a holy shit moment and the future is completely unrecognizable, it's like 2 years. Like it's not 10 years. Like the next 24 months, like buckle your seatbelts.
Yeah, the only thing I'd add to that is when you think about this slide and this study and what we've been learning on our journey, and then Andy and I have been talking to hundreds of companies, including Tish Inspire and others, that when we talk to them, the biggest question we get is, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know where to start. And so the idea for this framework is, look, you got to get AI literate. You got to get AI proficient, because you won't be able to do these other things if you don't even understand the technology. So I think literacy, education, understanding, small group, having a framework, this is the idea here behind this slide.
Yeah, and that slide, we actually coincidentally provide a jump start to your enterprise. So if you want to talk to us, we'd be happy to chat with you. We have a 5-week boot camp that's aimed at digital transformation to becoming an AI-first enterprise. We also have a marketing platform called Spock, which is going to be coming out next month, which we're super excited about. And of course, our book, Our AI Journey. Lastly, we have a competitive platform called Hive 3 for customer co-creation and crowdsourcing of generative AI images. So we're busy and we're experimenting a lot and we're having a ball. And as fast as the technology is moving, I think Adam and I we're excited. Like, I mean, it's scary for sure. Just like driving fast is scary. But it's exhilarating, and we can't wait to see the future. So,
absolutely. Thanks, everybody.
You can reach us at Andy@forum3.com, Adam@forum3.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks, everybody.
So it's very clear, they're saying it's going to be a wild ride here over the next 24 months, and I can't iterate this enough. That's one of the reasons I jumped in with the Air.ai technology. Is this AI stuff is coming, and if you're not implementing it, your competitors will be. If you're not working on an AI first platform, an AI first just basic theory of operation, these guys, they're looking at, how do you transform it? They're saying start small, do something, become AI literate, start small, small group. You probably need a council, you probably need an AI use policy, those kinds of things. But it is absolutely imperative to invest time and effort and money into AI. And now's the time. Now's the time to do it, because your competitors will be, and you do not want technology to pass you by. And again, I go back to that comment. Implementing AI is not urgently implementing AI is not important. If failure is okay, and this is going to be way different than implementing the internet. The internet stuff came out in the early mid 90s, and we started to kind of see some things. It rolled out pretty slow though compared to how this is rolling out. And the big difference there was that was really just how you interacted with customers. It was how you interacted with how people found out about you, how people learned about your product and offer. This one is going to be how you do business, how you operate. It's going to go internal and be huge. And I mean, those other, the internet changed those things too. I'm not saying that it didn't. It's just this will really impact everything internally as well. And the competition will start decreasing costs. It will increase their speed and increase their, their productivity. With fewer and fewer people, you're gonna be competing with smaller companies that are doing way more with way less people, and that's just it. It's time to change. And one of the things, they say the dinosaurs, they didn't change. And I've seen it. I've seen it with other companies, other technologies. Even like cell phones. People don't adopt that, and it's been, it's pretty. It's not. This will be pretty detrimental. You just won't be able to compete. The pricing on things will be dropping because AI will be being implemented, and you just won't be able to compete. You will not be able to compete without implementing it. So, strongly encourage you to dig into it and learn more and become AI literate.